In all human angle. 939 FM. The Remedy.
Now listen. As a player, you owe yourself, your team, your coach, and your fans good health. Don't joke with your health. Your superpower is your good health.
Yes, sir! Yes, coach! Let's go!
This message is powered by Solutions 93.9 FM.
News, sports, entertainment, top 100 music on your Remedy radio dial. Solutions 93.9.
Do not touch that dial.
Elise, some pass. Kane takes it down and does what he does. Muted celebration against his former club. There's an unbelievable record as a penalty taker since joining Bayern. And this time he slips. Coman still, that's spectacular. Kingsley Coman makes it 2-0 to the Bundesliga champions. And the curling effort is really, really good. And Lennart Karl. Horrible leg fracture at the Club World Cup. Well, the shooting angle, he can't quite. Oh, but Bayern have just scored another one. And it's another very good one. And taking in the adulation, Jonah Kusiasari.
Well, Kickoff Sports Show is live on Solutions 93.9 FM. The way Tottenham is starting ahead of the new Premier League season is alarming, most especially a preseason against Bayern Munich conceding 4. And remember, this same Tottenham Hotspur will be facing PSG in the Europa. It's the Europa Super Cup. I don't know if the results will be very super for Tottenham Hotspur, but let me bring in Ganzi here, a man who likes Thomas Frank, and he's a Frank man. Maybe Danny Levy will also be happy with that result because he's a man who doesn't care about trophies and titles. You're welcome to Kickoff Sports Show this morning. Ganzi, thank God it's Friday.
Yeah, thank God it's Friday. It feels good to be back on the radio this beautiful Friday morning on the Kickoff Sports Show. Well, like you said, Thomas Frank, maybe not happy, maybe happy, I don't know for sure. But one thing is certain, as a club owner, as the chairman of a club, you don't want your team to lose. It's never a happy thing to see your team lose a game and even concede 4 goals. Even if you lose honorably, not conceding 4 goals. So definitely is not a happy man this Friday morning. But of course, it was a preseason game, not a competitive game. So let's wait and see what happens when they face Paris Saint-Germain in the UEFA Super Cup. But I think it's going to be difficult to do for Tottenham Hotspur, even though they made a couple of signings. But remember, they lost one of their legends, Hyun Sung-min, to LAFC in the MLS. So I don't know how they are going to fare. Kudus joined up, Palia joined up, but it's still early days. Let's wait and see what happens when the Premier League season gets underway. Even if they lose against Paris Saint-Germain, I don't think that will be enough to decide what their fate will look like when the Premier League season starts. But of course, Bayern are miles ahead of Tottenham Hotspur. On paper, you're going to give Bayern, the chance, the grace to win that game. All things being equal, and eventually they won, and Tottenham conceded 4 goals. But it is what it is. Let's wait and see. Let's keep our fingers crossed until the Premier League season starts.
Well, until the Premier League starts, but we are already seeing the problem of Tottenham Hotspur And well, let's keep our fingers crossed, like you said. But remember, something shocking happened yesterday to the wee hours of today. Naomi Osaka losing against Mbonko. And if you hear that name, the name first sounds like a Jamaican, but she's a Canadian homegrown talent. And the reason, I don't know why US Open will always increase money while these players will always want to fight to say, yes, give us enough money to let us have a high pay. But I mean, you look at preparations to the US Open, Naomi Osaka is not showing us that she deserves to be in the top WTA rankings based on the performance, based on how she played. After winning the first set, she lost the last two sets. So Mboko had to come from behind. We look at that also on the show this morning. Listen to some Arsenal players, new players. Norgard is saying that he's ready for the Premier League season after moving in, from the other side. But this and more will be a conversation this morning. You can be part of the show. We're live on Facebook, live on YouTube, Solutions 93.9 FM. Jump on these platforms. Let us have your take. The man from Inter Milan, let us have his take. The Chelsea fans, let us also, no, not his episode today, but his take. Okay, all right, maybe. Yes, bring your episode on Saturday. All right, guys, well, do not go anywhere. We'll be right back. Well, Canadian teenager Victoria Mboko completed a dream run to the National Bank Open title last night, overcoming a slow start to beat Japanese star Naomi Osaka 2-6, 6-4, 6-1. The 18-year-old Mboko, who will jump from 85th to 25th in the world, won her first WTA title and joined the Fire Orban in 1969 and Bianca Andreescu in 2019 as the only Canadians to win the home event in the Open era. So I just want to take you to how Naomi Osaka felt after losing. She spent just a few seconds, for her post-match before she gets the trophy for second place. Okay, for the plate. Now people will win plates for preseason. I don't understand this one.
I don't really want to take up too much time, so I'll just say thank you to everyone. Thank you to my team. Thank you to the ball kids. Thank you to the organizers and all the volunteers. And I hope you guys had a good night.
Well, that was Naomi Osaka. I disappointed Naomi Osaka in that game last night. But hey, let's listen to Mbonko before I bring in Ganzi to know who he will follow, this season.
First of all, it's been an incredible week here in Montreal. I first want to thank the ball kids and the officials and all the volunteers who helped this week. I also want to thank Naomi for an incredible match. I've always looked up to her when I was really little, so it's always great to play with such an amazing player like you. And lastly, I want to thank everyone who came to support me today: Noelle, Virginie, Natalie, all my siblings, Shadi, Marian, and both my parents who are standing right behind me. I wouldn't have been here if it wasn't for them. And lastly, I want to thank every single one of you who came to support me.
Well, that was Mboko, the winner of the Canadian Open. But hey, now Ganzi, let's go straight into this. She's just 18 years old, and also looking at a particular throwback of Naomi Osaka when she defeated Serena Williams in the US Open Finals in 2018.
Yeah.
And, a lot of thoughts came out. And, maybe Naomi Osaka is now getting what she deserves.
Well, honestly, it's just the expertise of the lady of the Canadian, Victoria Mboko. that played out for her in this tournament, because she has proven over time that she has it in her. Right from the round of 16 stage to the semi-final and eventually to the final. Remember, she beat Coco Gauff in the round of 16, went on to defeat Elena Rybakina in the semi-finals, and just yesterday she defeated Naomi Osaka. For me, I think it's just a young talent emerging. She's gradually getting herself into the limelight. I remember when Coco Gauff also started her career, this was the same way she started. And I feel like for Victoria Mboko, it's one of those names we all should always remember, because next year, next 30 season, it's going to be all about this young lady. It's not just about her winning the Canadian Open. It's about the quality she has. It's about the manner in which she's been winning. Look at the way she beat Naomi Osaka. She lost the first set, like you said, 2-0, and subsequently she bounced back 6-4, 6-1. So for me, I think it's just about her quality. It's about what she can do on the court, and hopefully she gets to be consistent and injuries do not set in, because we've seen a couple of youngsters who do not attain their full potential. You could talk about this Tunisian Ons Jabua. She's one of them. Even there's this lady Bianca Andreescu as well. These are youngsters who have not really attained the potential they have in them. So let's wait and see what the future looks like for Victoria Mboko. But for me, I think she's proven over time in this competition, particularly, that she has it in her. For you to beat Naomi Osaka, Elena Rybakina, and even Coco Gauff in the same tournament, that means you are good. It was not just a flash in the pan.
Okay, no be fluke. No be cho-cho-cho.
Nah, no be fluke.
So, all right, well, let's also let you know that in the ATP category, Ben Shelton defeated National Banker, defeated Karen Kachanov in the final. And the results went 6-7, 6-4, 7-6. So, now, moving away from that, let's talk about Venus Williams. We all thought that this woman is coming. They say, Agbo, that the in Yoruba. Agbo, I don't know more, but it's like...
this one no bring her back.
It's like beating. So she didn't. I mean, the way she has been playing, I think is now defeat back to back, because she was as good as her last game. So for Venus Williams, well, she returned to tennis last month after being away from sport for more than a year, and she lost to Jessica Balsas-Miñero of Spain 6-4, 6-4 yesterday in the first round of the Cincinnati Open. Remember, a lot of people have been pitching out to say, okay, let us see what she can bring in the US Open doubles. We know that she cannot if she goes into singles. So if Venus Williams is playing like this, so we should not even expect Serena Williams to just come.
Well, honestly, I don't feel like she has it tonight anymore. Dead the thought of Serena Williams coming back. I don't think that would happen. But for Venus Williams, I don't think she has it tonight anymore, and I don't think she can cope with the pace of the current tennis stars. Honestly, I remember at the Wimbledon, she also returned in that tournament. I think she won the first game. In the second round, she was beaten mercilessly, and now the first round of the Cincinnati Open, she has been eliminated. So for me, I don't think she can deliver any good performance again. She spent her glorious days back in the days, but this time around, it's the days of them Coco Gauff, Arena Sabalenka, Elena Rybakina. These are the girls, and even the lady we mentioned earlier, Victoria Mboko. These are the girls we're talking about right now. The days of Venus Williams, Serena Williams have passed already. So let's just focus on the young stars. And I think maybe she should consider going into coaching in tennis. I mean, she is an influential figure. Just that name, Williams alone, can give her opportunity to work with any youngster as a coach, as one of the backroom staff, and see how you can contribute to the growth of the sport in that capacity, not playing and be beaten. I mean, when people have an idea about you, an image of you in their head, some people did not even see her play. They only had the information that when she was playing alongside her sister, they were very good. And now seeing her losing in this manner in the first round, the second round of different competitions, I mean, they are going to be disappointed. So leave when people still have a good image of you in their head, and go into coaching, and do not, keep playing and embarrassing yourself.
Okay, stop embarrassing yourself.
Come on.
Okay, maybe very soon we have the final announcement, but not very early for some people. But some people just want to hear the final announcement that someone is bowing out of tennis. Now let's go straight and talk NBA. And so a lot of people talk about the $100,000 given to the Tigress, $100,000 given to Super Falcons of Nigeria players. I mean, each after conquering Africa in Morocco and the Ivory Coast. But something happened to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. A man, he has been given a key to the city of Hamilton from Mayor Andre Howarth at a public rally on Thursday at Hamilton Stadium. So, and a street to be named after him, if what I'm seeing here, is right. So, this is not about money. This is about a legacy that will last forever.
Yeah.
So if you now calculate the monies given to Super Falcons, given to the Tigress, put it together, maybe we can have sponsorship of a league in Nigeria, women's football league, women basketball league, or the general basketball league. Then give these people houses and name streets after them. Can we say this should be what Nigerian government should be looking after?
I mean, it's one of those things, but remember the president also awarded them OON. So that is also...
That one self day.
That's a legacy as well. So I think they are still going to be remembered regardless. But when you look at the basketball stars in America, they have the money. Their clubs, their franchises, pay them absolutely well. They get the money. So
now I get.
When you want to reward them, you can't give them money again. They're not going to appreciate it like giving them something that will last long. And for what I know the mayor have done in Hamilton, honestly it's good for Gigas Alexander. I remember it was one of the people we talked about in the NBA season, the MVP at that, and I think in the regular season and also in the playoffs as well. So I think he deserves it, no doubt about it. And having a street named after him is actually very big. Even some Nigerian artists, Nigerian superstars have streets named after them in the United Kingdom, in America. I think the video has one, Burna Boy as well, and maybe Thames too. So it's not really a big deal, so to say, but it's a legacy. Whenever people want to go to that street, they would mention his name, Shai Gigas Alexander Street. So it's something a lot of people remember, even after he retires from the sport. They're still going to, keep remembering him for what he's done for the sport.
Okay, so like when the name is street after in
no, what happened in
you are an Ibadan man now.
No, what happened in Lagos there.
Charlie boy turn to Olamide bus stop. So maybe we get to that your area. Say Ganzi bus stop.
I mean, it happened. My late grandfather has a bus stop. I don't know, but he has a place named after him in our local community.
Please mention Agbole.
You get. So he has Kineko Agbole. So
mention it. I mean, you should be proud of that street.
Because I don't remember as I talk. I know he has one.
Because if you get to Jari Jabode, there's a street named after my great grandfather.
So it happens. We can even decide to name this the front of our office right here. Adetamola Lafenwa Close.
I mean, there's Lafenwa in Abeokuta. Is it Abeokuta? It's Abeokuta.
Yeah, it's Abeokuta.
So he's a man. So we need to put respect. Because he doesn't use beads on his hand does not mean that we should not respect him. He's a big man. All right, now let's talk about the big men and big women who were shortlisted yesterday by the Ballon d'Or organizers. We look at that in the second half of the show. Remember, you can be part of the show. Does Madugu stand a chance of winning? Okay, what a question.
I mean, it's a valid question.
Stand a chance of winning the Ballon d'Or Women's Coach of the Year. And for Chiamaka Nadozie, does she stand a chance of winning the Goalkeeper of the Year? We'll be right back.
News, sports, entertainment, top 100 music on your Remedy Radio dial. Solutions 93.9.
Do not touch that dial.
You fit sabi dribble o, but you no fit dribble past malaria if you no use insecticide treated nets. Malaria dey real o.
This message now from Solutions 93.9 FM.
News, sports, entertainment, top 100 music on your Remedy Radio dial. Solutions 93.9.
Do not touch that dial.
Well, it's no longer news that Super Falcons goalkeeper Chiamaka Nnadozie and head coach Justin Madugu have been nominated for the 2025 Ballon d'Or Awards in different categories. Nnadozie, a standout performer in the 2024 Women's Africa Cup of Nations WAFCON, has been shortlisted for the Women's Goalkeeper of the Year, while Madugu has earned a nomination for Women's Coach of the Year. Looking at the performance of Nnadozie, well, this is coming after winning, for Nigeria Super Falcons and a performance for the club side. That's Paris FC. And for Madugu, maybe they just added him to that list, or maybe for the miraculous turnaround of the Super Falcons of Nigeria after the former coach was the man from Randy Waldrum ran away from Nigeria.
Well, honestly, I'm glad that these two people made the shortlist by the Ballon d'Or organizers. It's so good for Nigerian football, particularly women's football in Nigeria. For Chiamaka Nnadozie, she did well in her own capacity. Remember, she was playing for Paris FC before moving to Brighton and Hove Albion Feminine. She's going to be playing for Brighton and Hove Albion starting from this upcoming season. But last season she was with Paris FC. She did well. I remember one of her standout performances was when she saved a penalty against Real Madrid in the Champions League. Yes, Real Madrid Feminine. She had a very decent penalty save in that tournament. And not just that, she did well with Paris FC, even though they could not win anything. But of course, she qualified them for the Champions League after a very long time. And they also competed in the tournament. And like you said, she did well for the Super Falcons as well. She was in goal for all of those matches the Super Falcons played at the last edition of the AFCON. And I think she conceded just in the semi-final and the final, but before then she didn't concede at all, and even Nigeria as a country did not concede at all. So it's safe to say she contributed her own quota to the Super Falcons team. I remember she was also voted the best goalkeeper of the tournament. So maybe these are the reasons the Ballon d'Or organizers considered before having a name amongst the shortlisted names. And good for her. Hopefully she gets maybe in the top five list or the top 3 at the end of the day. I mean, she deserves it. She's done well in her club and also for the national team. And for the coach Justin Madugu, well, it's difficult to predict what would happen at the end of the day, but I think he does not stand a chance. And the reason is he is in charge of Super Falcons in an interim capacity. That is one. 2 is that he has not really how do I put it now? He has not really proven himself over time. This is just his first major breakthrough in his career. He's not been doing it. He's not been consistent. And
he has been a backroom, technical crew of a team from, most especially women's football. Exactly. I think under 20 years.
But he's not been in the spotlight, for a very long time. And one of the things the Ballon d'Or organizers consider is antecedents, pedigree. How long have you been doing this thing? Your consistency. That's what they want to check out. So I think it's good. It's good on his resume. It's good for him as a Nigerian female football coach, that he got nominated, but winning it, that could be a tall order. I don't think that would see the light of the day, honestly.
Looking at the other coaches in that category, we have Sonia Bompassa of France and Chelsea, Arthur Elias of Brazil, coaching the Brazilian national team. We have Reni Siegas of Netherlands and Arsenal, and Sarah Wegman of Netherlands and England's national team.
Now, let me tell you something about Reni Siegas. She won the Champions League with Arsenal Football Club. They defied all odds. They beat Barcelona in the final of the Champions League and she won it. That is one of those things they are going to consider. The Champions League is a big competition, for the Ballon d'Or organizers. And for Serena Wigman, remember what she did with the Three Lionesses. They won the Euros.
That one a fluke. Looking at that final, they went into penalty. Anybody can win penalty shootout, bro.
But what about before the final?
We saw how they struggled. They even had the penalty in one of the knockout games.
Come on. But see, the end will always justify the means.
Nigeria did not play any penalty. Come on. But we look at the pedigree, though.
And Brazil also won the Copa America Femenina as well.
And Nigeria won the AFCON. 10th for the 10th. That's Mission X.
But
without any support, they were out.
Did Justin Madugu win the previous 9? That's the big question. We're talking about pedigree, antecedents, not just something he did just once. So for me, I don't think he stands a chance amongst these people. But it's good on his resume that he got that nomination, that shortlist. At the end of the day. But let's wait and see.
It will be in his CV.
Of course. Regardless, even if he finishes last,
we are not backing our own. Ganzi.
I'm just being realistic and
okay.
He cannot win it. That's the gospel truth. But getting the nomination, getting the shortlist is good on his resume. It gives him the chance to negotiate with bigger clubs, bigger countries, to become their head coach. So it's good.
You don't know me Ballon d'Or. Ballon d'Or nominee. All right, guys, now let's move on and look at the long list of the male and female Ballon d'Or nominees. Well, people already saying they're already picking their top 3 for the final short list. Some saying Lamine Yamal.
I feel like it's visible to the blind and audible to the deaf.
Okay.
Yeah, Lamine Yamal will be there. Usman Dembele must be there, and maybe Mohamed Salah.
I'm not talking of Jude Bellingham.
Nah, Bellingham did not have a very good season.
So now let's just say, okay, Lamine Yamal,
Usman
Dembele. So now it's just the third person that can be.
Exactly.
Some say, some say Scott McTominay. Looking at his performance with Napoli.
Nah. He did well domestically, but the Champions League, come on, even the Club World Cup they didn't qualify. But the likes of Dembele played at the Club World Cup. Even what's it called? This PSG player, Nuno Mendes as well. You could also make a case for him. So, these are guys that played at top level. And for Salah, they played at the Champions League. They went far, even though they could not win it. And even Lamine Yamal also played at the Champions League and went far. But did McTominay go far in the Champions League? So I don't think it stands a chance.
Okay, so it's now the search for the third player to be in that position. I mean, it's no longer the year.
I mean, it could be anybody.
It's no longer the era where we always have Lionel Messi, Ronaldo, then
Ronaldo was not even shot. But he came back very strong guy. He got the hat-trick for Al Nassr in yesterday's game.
I'm going to be with you. All right, so now let's talk about Chelsea here. They will be playing today and maybe 1 or 2 games in preparation for the new league season. And it's going to be a big headache for Chelsea because one of the players, Levi Carwell, got injured and he had a surgery. And the coach of the side is saying, well, maybe that can force them to the transfer window, or they will have to stick with the players they've got. But now let's talk about Crystal Palace as we wrap up the show here. They believe that they have a very strong case when they appeal against UEFA's decision to demote them from Europa League at Court of Arbitration for Sport CAS. I mean, from Europa to Conference League, remember, it's about club ownership. One person, only 2 clubs. People cannot be on the same level.
Yeah, I mean, it's happened to Manchester United in the UEFA Europa League last season, but they were able to, work their way past that. But for Crystal Palace, their owner also owns a stake in Olympique Lyon, who would also be competing in the UEFA Europa League. I remember Crystal Palace didn't even qualify. They had to win the FA Cup, before they got that qualification. So I think at the end of the day, they are going to, work their way past it. All they need to do is for the owner to maybe hand over a stake in that club to another person until the competition is done and dusted. I think it was Man United and one club in the French League, and I can't remember, that had that same issue. By the end of the day, Sergeant Ratcliffe was able to maneuver his way and they got it sorted.
All right, let's sort out ourselves on the show today. And let's bring in Comrade Ayode Jadi Shokwe and Comrade Ade Damela Lafewa. Good morning to you guys. And thank God it's Friday. I'm happy it's Friday.
Thank God it's Friday.
Yes, it did rain. Did it rain yesterday? I think.
Oh, yes. The better part of yesterday. Raining or drizzling.
Comrade, I can feel cold from your voice. And but with the way things are going right now, I know you were not at the airport, but it's like a Kwamwan who went to Ganusi. In Abuja. Ganusi. It did not Ganusi like that.
You now see the real Ganusi.
It's not the real Ganusi, but someone said everybody involved should be sanctioned. The value jets, the officials at the Abuja,
the pilots,
the pilots, the officials at the Abuja airport, Kwamwan himself, because maybe over protection of VVIPs had gotten into the head of Kwamwan, but putting him on not to fly list by the Ministry of Aviation and Aerospace, don't you think that was too harsh?
Harsh?
I'm just asking.
Well, when we start the program, I'll be reading from the United States legal structures.
Okay.
In fact, if you obstruct air traffic and it leads to fatalities, the sentence is death penalty.
Wow.
In the United States. Extant laws.
Okay, so we can say that the pilots did the right thing.
I don't want to come to conclusions. Investigations are on.
Okay.
Well, I feel like.
But
okay.
One thing of concern to me in our society is that we take some of the things we do for granted. some of these things border on mental health issues.
Okay. All right, don't let the issue affect us in the studio before agency now says that you people, you are not professional. I am a professional presenter. Gans is a professional.
Well, young striker, before you go,
okay.
I want to add to what Comrade said.
In 10 seconds.
In 10 seconds, okay, thank you. Now, he said in the United States, but I want to read a section of the Nigerian law to us now.
Let's go.
Section 459A of the Criminal Code Act in Nigeria, obstructing aircraft. Let me read it to you now. Any person who by any unlawful act obstructs, causes an alteration to be made in the course of or in any way whatsoever hinders or impedes the movement of any aircraft which is in motion on or in flight over any aerodrome is guilty of a misdemeanor and is liable to imprisonment for 2 years.
Okay, for 2 years.
That is quoting the Nigerian law.
Okay. I hope somebody will not be singing.
Let's keep our fingers crossed.
Coming up next is from the dailies, guys. Do not miss the show. My name is Oladapo Kurubi.
And my name is Omoni Yalade. You see 1 p.m. on the Saturday Sports Safari.